Patty Stalker here from WestfordCAT, and I am with the J.V. Fletcher Library Director, Ellen Rainville. And Ellen, we haven't spoken in a while. It's great to see you. How have you been?
We've been well here at the library. We're really thrilled to have passed the 1 year anniversary, I think, along with the rest of the world. And we're looking forward to spring and all of the outdoor services we can begin to roll out. And we're looking forward to vaccine shots along with the rest of the world. Some of us are feeling that we're at a point where it's kind of a race between the vaccines and the variants. So we are hoping to get protected and look for just more ways we can roll out service to the Westford public.
I talk with Jeff Stevens every week or every other week, and we discuss that same sort of thing. As he mentioned about it is sort of a race between getting the vaccines and the variants. And, I know it's been tough for some people to get the vaccine. So I'm really hoping that we can have a somewhat normal summer. That's really what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. I think one of the big takeaways from this pandemic year, besides exhaustion, in some cases loneliness, there's so many takeaways. But speaking as a manager, while planning through the pandemic has been absolutely relentless, it just can't be that long term. 1 week ago, I might have said to you, we have no idea when children are going to have vaccine tests, but within the past week, I did read that, they are now going to be testing the vaccine on children as young as 3. So
I saw that same article. Yeah, the trials have started.
So, I'm very hopeful when they talk about, high schoolers may be vaccinated by the fall. The New York Times every day is predicting, at what point 90% of the country will be vaccinated. That's around August 9th at this point. And so things are definitely continuing, in a more protective way. At the library, because we began planning, I'm going to sound like I'm just taking back what I said, but we did have to begin planning our summer reading program in January. So a great deal of our summer plans are still going to be outdoors and going to be safe and going to be fun. And we will have our car radio dial again, 1610 JVF, still serving you. So, we're looking forward to continuing to have services be as safe as possible. And because outdoors is 70 times safer, a lot of what we're planning is going to be outdoors this summer.
That's great, and I'm really glad to hear it, because you might as well be safe. And it worked so well last summer; it really went well. So I think it's brilliant of you to plan on doing the same thing as you did last year. So, I contacted you because I thought that we could talk a bit about more in detail of some of the things that are available during this time.
Absolutely.
Phase 4 of the reopening was on Monday, yes, March 22nd. So I know that you've got a great deal of things, in-house browsing, curbside pickup, et cetera. Maybe we can touch base on some of those.
Yes. So the big change in phase 4 was enlarging the capacity of actually how many people could come into a library building. And I have to say that that's very specific to each particular building and its design and its layout. We have found, because we have some congested places in the building, that we're still having about 40 people a day is our top maximum. But we are definitely offering, we have 58 hours of service hours a week, and we're offering curbside pickup 47 hours a week. So, Monday through Saturday, you can get curbside pickup. Monday through Thursday night, you can get curbside pickup. The browse tent is something that can be booked Monday through Saturday, and the children's staff will bring special books and special browsing items out to your family, and you can choose them under the browse tent. And we've moved from blow up Olaf and Sven. There's a palm tree outside the browse tent now. So we're definitely embracing spring. And of course, you know, you can have your indoor browsing by appointment. And that's because the governor's regulations call for contact tracing. So the appointment is just for us to both manage the numbers and have a name in the event that we have to get in touch with someone. We've been very fortunate. The town centralized and consolidated all PPE and sanitation and disinfecting supplies and air purifiers. So there's been wonderful centralization and consolidation at the town level. So, you know, if you come in the library, the windows are open, the air purifiers are running, everyone is masked. Yes, there are decals on the floor, but you won't see anything that's that unusual from what you're seeing in retail settings. You know, we are being compliant and everyone is social distancing. And, you know, we see that our outdoor offerings really give us some options. So we're very fortunate to have a lawn and a place to put up the tent. And we're all so grateful for early spring in New England, even though we understand how deceptive that can be, but we're appreciating it.
But it's going to snow next week for all we know.
I know. Yeah, you know, April in New England, no, who would bet on that? No one really would. So, you know, we have, you know, all of our in-house activities, we figure by the end of March, we will have made 20,000 curbside deliveries.
Wow.
Out the back door. And I estimate that that means staff will have walked about 507 miles delivering these things out the back door. It is labor intensive. You know, it takes 8 times as many transactions to do curbside delivery as to have someone walk up to the desk with something they've chosen and check it out. But it has, you know, it has been a wonderful option for us. And of course, all of the downloadable and electronic formats. You mentioned how you love Canopy with movies. We have Hoopla with books and music, Overdrive with magazines, audiobooks, books, and Freegal is free music downloads. So we really have been able to supplement the physical collection that we have with all of these that are available from our website, which is westfordlibrary.org. And if you need help accessing them, you only have to call the library and we will walk you through how to do it. But many people have discovered the downloadable life now, and it just offers, you know, complete safety and so much more in terms of collections than we would normally be able to offer. I should mention as well, because again, the Commonwealth is so unique, because we have, you know, interlibrary delivery amongst all 351 public libraries in the state, and because there is a board of library commissioners with a budget that supports all of us, you know, your library card can give you access to any holding in the Commonwealth, and your e-Boston card or your Westford card allows you now through Overdrive to get anything from all 7 networks and the Boston Public Library. So if you find that you love downloadable books, you are not limited to what we have in the Merrimack Valley network. You can choose something from all of the networks across the entire Commonwealth.
Yeah, it wasn't always that way. I remember like an actual physical library card, and you had whatever libraries were in that particular group, and that's the only way that you could get books transfer. You know, you'd have to wait for books to come in from another library. So that's a wonderful option. Thank you for reminding me of that.
So the permeability of access across the Commonwealth is the carrot, and then having libraries meet certification levels is the stick. So every year we have to submit reports, both financial and data reports, to the Board of Library Commissioners in order to maintain certification. But in times like this, it is a wonderful, wonderful, it's always wonderful. You only have to cross the border to New Hampshire to not have this kind of statewide access. So, you know, it is a wonderful boon, and people should understand it. It's a true, you know, a true payoff from their tax dollars.
You know, Massachusetts, I love the state of Massachusetts. We're progressive, and we're all about education and, you know, good health care and research. And I'm not surprised at all that Massachusetts is participating in this sort of program. So I'd like to talk about some of the virtual options. I know almost daily you are doing virtual.
Yes.
Mother Goose story time and ABC and Me, and yeah, you've got a lot going on virtually as well.
All kinds of book clubs for every age group, from K through about 8. And of course, all of our adult book clubs now, the mystery book club, the nonfiction book club, the fiction book club, all of those are now virtual, and you can Zoom into those. Our English conversation circles. We've had, if anyone saw yesterday's food section in the Globe, they were extolling all the food programs that libraries are doing. And in our past half year, most of our food programs have been meals in a mug for our teen and tween audience. So, but even younger people have made chicken and dumplings, macaroni in a mug, lasagna in a mug, brownies in a mug, ham and cheese omelets. We really have done quite a bit of cooking in the microwave out there, and that's been really exciting for that age group.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. So you know, we're continuing, and I would be very remiss if I didn't thank again Senator Edward J. Kennedy of the 1st Middlesex District. Managed to get funding for all 6 public libraries in his district for remote juvenile programming. So we were one of the fortunate 6 libraries who received just under $17,000 to provide programs for Westford youngsters. And that was just a huge boon to us, because it allowed us to produce things and create things and purchase, you know, grab bags and Build-A-Bears and all manner of things that we would not have been able to do otherwise. So that has just really allowed our juvenile programming to take off.
Bravo to Senator Kennedy. I must say your juvenile programming has always been wonderful. My boys participated in it when they were young, and I think the J.V. Fletcher Library, and I've lived in a lot of different places, and every place I've moved to, I always got my library card. I love libraries, and I must say J.V. Fletcher Library is one of my favorite libraries. You guys just do such a great job. Your staff is wonderful. Your website, and I wanted to mention this, that I think your website is really user-friendly, and if anyone hasn't checked it out, I suggest they do. It's westfordlibrary.org. There's just so many services and things available on it. So yeah, this has been great to catch up. Is there anything else you'd like to mention, Ellen?
No, but I will just share that the Friends of the J.V. Fletcher Library are to be thanked in part for helping us launch a new website literally 2 weeks before lockdown last winter. And thank goodness we had a new presence and a new look before May 15th hit. And we're really, we're still learning how to make our website as user-friendly as possible. So we're really grateful that you're finding it useful. So what we're looking forward to next, of course, is April vacation week. We have all kinds of things lined up. We have craft bags and book bundles and things ready to go. And I think even though it may feel that your library staff is a little distant, maybe behind the walls. The reality is you can call us and we will customize whatever you want. A browse tin appointment, a book bundle, a showing with in-house browsing. We'll get you anything out of the stacks that you want, and we'll help your book club or your book group. So even though this has been a challenging time, that impulse to give you the customer service and exactly what you need curated for you and your family is exactly what we want to do.
And I see that you're doing it. Again, people can check out the website to get more information on some of those things that you just mentioned. They could also give the library a call, but tell everyone there I said hello. I miss seeing you guys. Yeah. And yeah, it was nice. It was nice talking with you, Ellen.
Well,
And
we look forward to talking with you a little later when we have expanded up even more.
yeah, we'll touch base this summer.
Okay.
All right, Ellen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.